Right. I think we are live. I think we are live, Mr. Connor. Right. Now, rather than listen to me warble on, I'm going to bring in Ben straight away, and then I'm going to let you two just have a good old natter because you're the best at doing the pre-matches. Let's bring in Benjamin and make sure he can come in and he can hear us all. Wait a tick. Benjamin, how are you?
How we doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, all good. Right, I'm going to love and leave you for a bit, and hopefully everything will work. Let's hope. Anyway.
Fingers and toes crossed.
Come on, you irons.
Alrighty. So I think, Ben, with a bit of luck, we won't have any technical issues like last time. That was quite the ordeal.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been catching up. I was out and about there, and I was catching up with the text. United 2-0 down to Hull at half time.
Yeah. My buddies have been texting about that furiously. I was chatting to a few United fans at the wedding I was at last night, and they're all very, very excited about this new season and thinking that great things are happening. But certainly hasn't been a good first half from them, that's for sure.
Definitely not. I'm looking here because obviously, can you see all this new stuff, all the comments and stuff? Can you see all that?
I'm just looking at you, Ben. That's all. I'm just seeing you, my man.
So it shows you comments from previous live streams, right? And I've just looked at the just looking at the comments from last night's stream with Irish Tommy, and it says here 1021 that shirt screams sex offender.
Jesus.
Have you watched any of the stream from last night?
I was at a wedding, my man, last night, so I missed all Irish Tommy. When I got home there a little earlier, I went through YouTube, had a little look about what kind of videos were up, and I saw Irish Tommy did this show last night, but I didn't catch any of it on replay. So no, but you tune in yourself, I take it.
Fair play to Gatesy, right? Because it takes a lot of bottle to wear a shirt with flamingos all over it. But I assume that's what they're talking about because your man Tommy, he was wearing a West Ham shirt, so I assume they're talking about Gatesy. But Gatesy looks like Christopher Cross, the singer. I can't. There's no comments come through from today, but I was just looking at that. I was thinking, what is this? But yeah, how was the wedding? All good?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it's in. If any Irish people tune in, it was in County Cavan, so just up the road. So about an hour drive, and yes, I drove up yesterday afternoon. I was the last person in the church. The bride was about to walk down the aisle, and I pulled up my car just outside and ran in. So I was shooed in essentially just before the bride. So I made a bit of a dramatic appearance that wasn't planned, but I got stuck doing some work before I left the house. But it was great fun. Plenty of drinks were had. Didn't get around to dancing because I knew I had to be on the early doors. So I did do Irish goodbye. So I slinked off a little bit earlier than the rest of the lads, which I'm thankful for now. Yeah, no, all good. How's your weekend going so far? You're excited about today?
Yeah, I was actually just talking to Caitlin about this one. She was asking me what I reckon the score was going to be, and I was saying that this is quite a good fixture for me. Like I like this fixture because a lot of my distant relatives, my older relatives, like my great uncle, my granddad, they're all from that Charlton area. So we used to visit them and stuff like that. So I always had a bit of a soft spot for Charlton. Having said that, I hope they get better today.
No, I've obviously seen Charlton games going back, I don't know, 10, 15 years, but I haven't seen a Charlton game now. I haven't seen the team in a long, long time. So I've been trying to do a little bit of swatting before the game and before today to kind of get some sort of ideas to kind of where they stand in respect to us lot. So I think they'll be okay, but I think we should, be stronger across the 11 you would have to expect.
Last season, they, I think they were kind of there and thereabouts the bottom of the table. I don't think they're a particularly strong championship side. Having said that, everyone's going to be up for it against West Ham this season, and it is a local derby, which we can't really discount that from anything at the moment. But how are you feeling about our chances today?
I think the fact that we've made a couple of signings could hopefully improve the team. So you don't spend 22 million on a midfielder for him not to start. So Engels will start. I think Peru will start as well, given the fact that that Pablo is more than likely injured. As much as I am a bit of a Pablo sympathizer, I think that is an uplift. Now, he won't have the same work rate, needless to say, but I think he'll have more of a clinical edge. And I think if we can play him in the 9 and Tati in the 10, that would be more suitable. And I think Tati as well can and does play there quite well. And obviously, we're going to see, as mentioned, Engels get a chance to see Solomon again. Hopefully, Bowen maybe could chip in. But if you look at that front four alone, I think you'd be feeling pretty good that we can carve out a few opportunities. And the only the only concern I have, I suppose, is that midfield too. Whether we go with whether we go with Kante or Orford. I think or James Ward-Prowse could be an option, but I think it's probably going to be the likes of Kante and Engels, and then the back four. As of last week, I would expect no change. The only possible change I might see is Juff, which I think there's a double-edged sword there, because do you take Scarles out of the firing line and hope that he recovers on the basis of just being rested for a game, or do you get back on the horse like you did against Fulham the following week and try and put in a good performance and kind of play your way out of that? So they're the kind of ones that I have think that are interesting, but I can only really look at West Ham's lineup. I can't really dissect and look at the Charlton one with any great level of insight. So, but that's how I feel, I suppose.
I think I understand why you bring Diouf in, because we want to be attacking the game a bit more.
Yeah.
For me, Diouf offers as much as Scarles. So by that metric, I would probably not bring in Diouf if I was going to make a change at left back. Having said that, I think that Scarles shouldn't be in the lineup, not because it's his fault or because he's made a mistake, but because he's young. And if you put him out there today and he comes on nervous and makes another mistake, he's really going to catch pelters from the fans, and that can really mess with a player. I think earlier on I sent you my lineup I would go with Veltman at right back and Kyle Walker-Peters at left back. That's what I would go for personally. I'd like to see the pair of them on the pitch together. I think that Veltman and Bowen down the right is magnificent, really. And I'd play Tati in the 10 with Pirro up front. We can get balls into him. It's going to be good. And remember, we've got Engels now, who he's really good at picking out diagonal pass. So that's kind of what I'm hedging my bets on. Get the ball to Solomon, get the ball to Bowen, and go for it. But yeah, I mean, exciting to see where we're going to go today.
Yeah, no, and I think it's a good opportunity to get 3 points on the board. I think like last weekend was a bit of a rough one, a rough watch. It was, even though we did go 2-0 up, I think it was kind of getting some run of play in the second half, and then we couldn't hold out. So it was a bit of a familiar failing. But I think today, if we can, bang a few goals in, end up with 4 points after 2 games, the fan base, myself included, will feel an awful lot better. And we're obviously entering an incredibly busy period of time as well. Like I was looking at the fixtures there just the other day, and I was like, it's like back to back to back to back to back. So I think, we need to get a bit of confidence. I would love to see the likes of Engels or indeed Peru, either getting goals, assists, whatever it might be, to get them up and running. And then hopefully as well Bowen, because I think, a goal for Bowen, I know he's got a couple of assists from corners and the like, but I think a goal, and he got the goal against Portsmouth, but I think no one's really counting that almost, because it was like a pre-season type of thing. But I think if Bowen was to get a good goal today, I think that would be really useful and helpful as well. What are you laughing at?
I've got to say, I know there's some absolute bollocks online, right? They're like pure, unadulterated unwashed, sweaty gym bollocks on the internet, right?
Are you talking more your Twitter deep dives that you're doing?
Well, you see, I've taken my glasses off because I got called a fat four-eyed wanker yesterday. No, I
By
genuinely
who
don't
and where? In what context?
The guy, he was like, I found you on YouTube, you fat four-eyed fuck or something like that. And I was just
the Twitter bit you were sending me. Yeah, I saw the screenshot you
not
sent.
exactly
Yeah.
hidden, am I? But I see here the West Ham Way on the West Ham Way's website. They've written a story here, and the headline is "How will West Ham deal with crucial injured player?" Do you know who they're talking about in that article? Our crucial injured player in the West Ham squad.
Well, the two injured players that I'm familiar with are obviously Pablo and Souček, or 𝗪𝗪𝗏. I'm gonna guess they're going with 𝗪𝗪𝗏. That's my guess.
It's Pablo.
Pablo. Okay. Well,
Crucially injured.
I think. No, what I would say, and again, I don't know who put this out there. It could have been, I don't know. But anyway, the statistics of when Pablo plays versus when Pablo doesn't play, our points per game fall off a cliff when Pablo's not involved. So there is a little bit of a credence to, like, what are we going to do without it? But I do understand, we have a direct replacement that I think for most people will be quite happy with. And I think he, he's obviously a proven championship player. So yeah, I think hoping with that, I think we can cope today. And sure, listen, he's only got a calf strain from what I hear, so he could be in the bench or he could even start. To be honest, I would not be surprised if he starts today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I just look at it and I think, well, of all the players we've brought in, I think we still lack a bit of depth, even if we was to get some injuries. But to go and call Pablo a crucial player, I mean, yeah, the stats do tell us the story, but then Nuno has persisted with him, so I guess he would. Our metrics would look good. It's like saying, Joe Hart won more games than any midfielder for West Ham or something. Like, if he's the goalkeeper, he's got to be in the team. Do you know what I mean? But,
I understand that he has his doubters, and I understand that you can prove almost anything with statistics that could go either way. So we could, I'm sure, pull a statistic where every time Pablo has played, something bad has happened. So, and equally as well, obviously, he hasn't scored. He's got one assist maybe from that nice little kind of flick that he did for Tati a couple of months back. But yeah, I'm happy that he's part of the squad. But at the same time, I think I'd be very excited to see Peru today.
I also think it's going to take some pressure off of him, being able to drop him for a few games. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with Skiles, as I was saying. If you can bring Skiles into a game where it's almost done, do you know what I mean? I'm not talking about 60th minute chucking 11 men behind the ball either. I'm just saying that when he's coming into a game that we're dictating, it will help him build that confidence back up. Because I mean, we've all been there when we were young, starting out in our careers, and you do some stupid shit, and it affects you way more than it should. Way more, I remember working in a kitchen when I was a kid, and I fucked up some food big time, and the head chef ripped into me, and it embarrassed me so much. Football players can't be immune to that. You know what I mean?
They're human beings like me and you, and as you say, it's like if they don't score for a prolonged period of time, and that's one of your core jobs in the team. I don't think it is it's one of Pablo's jobs. I don't think I know it's like a striker doesn't score goals. That's obviously not the case. But we want him to score goals, but I think we want him to do a number of other tasks as well. And I think we can also frame it with the coaches can obviously frame it that look, it's not like a dropping if he was to be left out. It's a 46 game season. There's a lot of games to play. You can frame it that we're saving you for the next game or whatever it might be, or you're going to come off the bench with 15 to go to impact the game and so on. So I don't think his confidence would be crushed if he does rotate in and out with Pirlo. And we could also potentially get another striker. Obviously, there's lots of talk about Jamie Vardy, which I'm warming up to as an idea, as a kind of a fourth choice or a fourth option. But yeah, so I think he'll make an impact. I would have loved to see him score last week because, like I'm saying about Bowen, he hasn't scored. Again, Portsmouth not including, hasn't scored in a little while, and he hasn't managed to get those shots off that he's those kind of the typical Bowen cut in and sweep it in with his left. He hasn't managed to get one of them in a while now, so hopefully he can. But at the same time, yeah, like a player like Pablo, I think if you were to get a bit of confidence, if you were to score a goal, the old, cliche, like if it goes in off his arse, he's up and running and he might go on to score plenty. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I think that the team today will be a significant improvement on last week, just from a personnel perspective, because I think having Engels in there and also Peru, whatever happens with the back four, if Juve does come in, because I believe there was a 10-man tennis-side being played, and the socials published it, kind of giving the team away maybe a couple of days in advance. So, but we'll see. That might have been just something that you can't read into too much.
Yeah, and I think I saw a lot of that. These are the 10 players that trained to play the match. I don't know if that will happen, because what manager wants their team leaking early on? It would actually make a lot of sense to blend the two teams together as well, because you want the players that kind of complement each other. You want to be able to see how they cope against each other as well. And
I have the lineup. Do you want to hear the lineup?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Sorry to interrupt. So, the Kante is in the picture, so Kante is playing. So anyway, Hermansen, Walker, Peters, Mavropanos, Kilman, Scarles, Engels, Kante, Bowen, Solomon, Tati, Peru. And then on the bench, no Juff on the bench.
No, you got to think he's going, haven't you?
He's gone then, right? So the bench is Areola, Ward-Prowse, Mukasa, La Madrid, so La Madrid is fit, Veltman, Golombekis, Orford, Mayers, Ajala. So Juff not in the squad tells its own story. So I was hopeful that he might stay, but I don't think I can have a similar expectation when he's not even in the matchday squad. So presumably a bid has come in or is incoming from Brentford. I just hope he gets as much money as possible. If it's 35 plus 5 or 40 million. But yeah, that's a bit of a telling lineup. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's as you were. It's what I expected from Nuno. I also agree with Colin here, which is quite ironic that you've got the lineup at the same time. I was about to kind of shine some light on it. If we drop Scarles, that could destroy him. I think it's a tricky one, but I just would have gone. I still would have gone. I stick with my. I would have gone with KWP at left back and brought Scarles off the bench. But it's as you were from Nuno, isn't it? I mean, it's nice that. What's good is that we're seeing signings come in and going straight into the team, because sometimes under previous managers, we've made signings like Evan Ferguson, for instance, when we needed a striker and we brought Evan Ferguson in and then all of a sudden not played him at all. So this is this makes you look at it and think, do you know what? Nuno and the director of football, I've forgotten his name, it's gone out of my head. They're obviously on the same hymn sheet, because these two players have come in, they've gone straight into the squad. He obviously has identified players that he thinks will improve the team.
Well, obviously, yeah, that's the aim of the game, I suppose, when it comes to signings. And so, yeah, I think Engels was obviously our number one target. Mills is number one. And so, yeah, I don't think it was any surprise that he came in. I would be surprised if Peru would have started if Pablo was fit, just because, as you say, Nuno is very much a man who sticks with his lineup. And it's not surprising that Scarles is starting again at left back, and obviously that more so now that Juff is not in the squad. I think, as you said, that tells its own story. But and I don't think, I know you wanted to try your Veltman KWP switcheroo, but I think realistically, that's when it comes to something like Nuno, that's like, if you're a gambling man, that would be like 100 to 1 in my view, you know, for him to do something like that. So I
Oh
think,
no,
as you
100%.
were, so I think, yeah, it like Nuno, to be perfectly honest, like when it comes to those, like predicting the 11, there was 2 questions this week, essentially, assuming Pablo was injured. So assuming Pablo is injured, that means the front 2 pick themselves. It means that means the only 2 then are who partners Engels, because he's 100% going to start. The bet was always going to be Kante, so I think, you know, that one was fairly nailed on. But he could have gone Orford, and then the left back. Beyond that, though, the team picks itself, because we haven't got that many options, and certainly defensively, I suppose, because we're all going to have the back 3 of the back 4 pick themselves essentially, and now it's guaranteed the 4 are the 4 because of Geoff. Now, hopefully, we'll spend that money that we're presumably going to get. If he goes out on loan now, I'm going to go absolutely bananas. Like, we can't be giving out. Everyone can't be going out on loan. We got to get a few quid through the door. And I'm very worried because I was reading about the Wan-Bissaka deal. Like, if he starts poorly with Villa, he's just going to end up like Harvey Elliott. Like, he'll be frozen out. We'll get no money for him, and we'll ship back, and then we'll have to try it all over again. You know, like we'll do with Fulkrug in a year's time, and then, you know.
That actually brings me to a question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, go for it.
Would you entertain a loan deal for Harvey Elliott?
Yeah, of course I would. 100%. I'd be all over it. I would be like, as in, he didn't kick a ball. Well, he kicked the ball, in 10 games or sub 10 games, whatever it was, to keep him below that mandatory buy clause. But, you know, he was one of our primary targets this time last year, you know. And if we could get him in for, you know, on a loan deal with an option, I'd welcome it, you know. Like, I think, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we explored the idea. Whether he's open to it or not is a different story. If I was him now, I'd be kind of thinking to myself, I'm not going to kick a ball for Liverpool. I didn't work out at Villa. I need to get their contract somewhat. Someone like West Ham, you know, he'll play today at some point. I think he'll come off the bench. I know there's a lot of humming and hawing and oohing and ahhing when we're talking about the academy and then getting an academy player essentially on loan, equally an academy player that we also, you know, once had for many years. But I think, you know, beyond all the kind of, you know, grinding of teeth around that, I think he'll be a great addition to the team. And I like what I see because you know, he's a different profile to what we have currently, and I think he can make a big difference.
Yeah, and you know, I think I highlighted it in the video I did the other day about him. He really connects to midfield, and sometimes that's what we lack. Like last week, everyone, like, make what you will of Tati, you know, he looked like he was struggling. But again, if you don't service the players into dangerous areas, what can they do with it? You know, you pass the ball to him in front of the back 4. What can he do? You know, he's not Messi, is he? He's not going to dance around 4 or 5 of them. Whereas Maypasa really, he's got an eye for a pass, and I think that's really going to help. You know, if the pair of them could link up, because I reckon what will happen, as the game goes on, Peru will be substituted for Maypasa. Tati will move up front. Maypasa will drop into central attack. Maybe even plays a shadow striker.
Yeah.
But that's going to be key, you know, because Pirot, he knows where the goal is. He knows how to fit. He's a very good finisher. We've just got to get him the service.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Let me just look at the old bench again, because last week's the big concern was how weak our bench looked. We had no options off the bench. So let's take a look today. So obviously Areola we can exclude unless, you know, Hermansen gets some sort of freak injury. Ward-Prowse, you know, whatever. Well, you know, he could play at some point. Maypasa, I think, is obviously the big one there, which is a great addition. La Madrid, you know, he's in there, so he does offer a bit of backup should, again, we need to bring off, but I don't think he'll get any game time today. We got Veltman, who obviously offers cover, and Golombekis, who I don't think will get a spin. But then we got Orford as well. So I think the one that you can kind of call out here, you know, we're obviously missing a couple of injuries. Obviously, the one that you were saying that was so key, or you wasn't you saying was so key, it was can't remember who you've referred to as the key injury, our boy Pablo. But we've got Ajala, who I think, realistically, I would expect perhaps to go on loan, equal with Colin Beckus. But the options that we have, I suppose, Mukasa and Orford, which isn't a huge amount, but I think that Mukasa, if I'm to believe what I hear and the little snippets I've seen of him, he's a significant upgrade on what we would have had. So he's a good option, and Orford's a good option. We obviously don't have any other strikers, but we can change. I think those two, and then the defensive backups. I think it's okay.
Yeah. I've just seen Akrai is just come in here. All right, lads, how's the internet, Dublin? Last night, Tommy's internet was fucked. Right. It was I don't know how Gatesy managed it, right? Because it was like he was talking and then just freezing, and his voice was just cutting out. It was terrible, and everyone was kind of saying, "Oh, he must be in Dublin."
That's a scandal. Like, my internet is like, it's not like Ben's. You're wired up. Like, I'm on the old lapper, So I'm not wired in, but like my internet is perfectly good. I work on calls morning, noon, and night. So it was a freaky scenario last week. We don't know what the hell was going on, but we're sorry that you managed to put up with it, but
it was nothing.
It was a weird one.
Internet. It was just a fucking bad day.
It was a weird one. It was the strangest thing ever because it's never happened to me before. But anyway, hopefully we're all good. I can't. I'm not looking at the comments here, Ben. Any good comments to call out? Anything that we need to address? Is anyone fighting in the comments?
I don't. I want to let the viewers have a chance to chat about it. But I saw that Claret and Hugh copyrighted Jay's channel. I thought it was quite funny, but I don't know enough about all the drama, to be fair.
Oh yeah, go on.
Well, first off, we got a pub you're in, mate. If you're in Leytonstone, you should probably get. Gentlemen, I'd love to see us bringing a pacey striker. Jamie Vardy's got pace.
He still does. I was watching some of the footage of him the other day on his socials, or was it? It could have been his missus' socials, but he was absolutely caning it on a treadmill. And I was like, this guy is like, for a 40-year-old or not far off 40, I think he's about 39 now. He keeps himself in good nick, and I think he still would do a job. He obviously played 24 times, give or take, for Cremonese last year. I would welcome him. I think you're talking about a cheeky loan deal for Harvey Elliott. I think cheeky pay as you play Callum Wilson style deal or whatever it might be for Vardy. I think he could rack up some numbers. He would provide additional cover, something different. I'd be all over it, and I think we need to be a bit more, because like I see all the fan base kind of throwing their toys out of the pram a little bit when we get linked with certain players or we sign certain players, and I think a lot of it is they consider some of the signings kind of underwhelming, or they're but I think when you actually put the fact that we're in the championship, which seems to be conveniently forgotten at times. Like, we're in the championship. Like, these players will they lie at the Premier League if we get promoted this time next year? Fingers and toes crossed, probably not. But we need to overhaul the squad in certain areas, yes. But will they do a job in the championship? Also, yes. So I think I wouldn't turn my nose up at any of these kind of players, and a few cheeky loan deals, and I'm hoping at least as well that we've got a few quid in our back pocket that we can spend, because if you think about it, we were offering 17 million for my friend Troy Parrott. We were obviously looking to pay 25 million for Disasi. There is money somewhere, and we didn't pay money. We haven't paid money for Peru yet. We'll pay that in a year's time. So there should be a few quid, and if we can sell Magasa, which looks like is happening, which I was at the wedding yesterday, pulled up my phone. I was like, fucking hell, because it was a bit like the Alvarez scenario, because McGasser was photographed training with the team, and we're like, oh, maybe they've kissed and made up, and we're going to be grand. Same way that Alvarez kissed and made up with Nuno, and then was out the gap, 5 minutes later. But yeah, I think if we can get a few, signings, with the money that we build up, hopefully, and a few cheeky loan deals, I think we'll be all right, provided we don't lose
we're
any
looking at
more.
the free agents the other day as well. Vardy's not the only free agent available. There's some good goers on there.
Who was your pick again of the free? We were talking on Thursday night for those that weren't during the show. We were talking some of the free agents. My eyes lit up of Fabinho being 32, but that was a bit of a rogue one. What were you? Who was your pick of the bunch?
40-year-old Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, he'd be a real. Imagine Sergio Ramos at centre half, and then you've got Vardy up front. You've got two absolute bastards in the team right there, ready for action.
My mate actually calls Sergio Ramos Sergio Red Card, because he's just guaranteed to get sent off, and he's just
he's got that all right. But
when I was younger, I always wanted us to sign Robbie Savage, because he just winds people up. Like, that kind of player has his place in a team. Like, wind players up, you get free kicks and good positions and stuff like that. He's good.
Yeah.
We got some predictions coming in. The most notable one coming from Tobes, who's actually predicted the scorers as well. 4-0 West Ham, ภิró, Tatty twice, and Bowen penalty.
Listen, I wouldn't turn my nose about that one bit. And
take it.
Although, like, if we're to win 4-0, I could do it. Maybe, Patty not lighting things up too much. Like, if Taddy bangs in 2 or 3, I think we might have to start worrying ourselves a little bit. So, be happy enough. But yeah, listen, if Taddy scores, I'll be happy enough. But I'm just joking, because you do worry, that a few of the lower Premier League teams might come looking at them. I'm sure they already are, but I think we've got so many. We've sold so many players, or we're selling so many players. We can't afford to let any more go. Surely.
I was speaking to a Southampton supporter. They've added like loads of new features on Finalysis. Like,
I noticed that earlier. Yeah.
This season, the app is fantastic. It actually now feels more like a football social media, which is great in my opinion. But obviously, you've got this whole spin thing where you can spin and it selects 6 clubs and you select players to have in your fantasy team from them clubs. Real fun. You've got the match predictions now. You've got the AI predictions.
Yeah.
Also, if you click on feed, you can click on EFL, and it's just a general EFL kind of social media thing where people are chatting. And I was talking to a Southampton fan on there, because obviously they look like they're about to lose Taylor Harwood-Bellis. And I do think it's ridiculous that the season can start with the window still open. And I mean, I know it's the same for the Premier League, but it's a lot. Like, we got an extra game week in the Championship.
Yeah, it's it is like it's so frustrating, because anything can happen, and especially when you're in if you're a lower Premier League team or if you're a Championship team, the big dogs can come in and just gut you, because it's player power is real. We can say, as long as you want, you can say you're on a 4-year, or you've got 3 years left in your career, or your contract, you're going nowhere. That only gets you so far, and if you turn into an Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you throw your toys out of the pram, you say, I'm fucking, excuse my French, but I'm not playing. You're gone. They're gone. That's the thing, there's no other way around it, so yeah, I just think it's a real shame.
I've just remembered quickly, guys. Everyone making score predictions in the comments. Russ did tell me on this fancy new system we've got, if you just write hashtag and your score prediction, it should collate all of your score predictions into a league table for us to see, so we can track it.
Is it a hashtag, then they, like, say West Ham 3-0, would it be hashtag 3-0, or how would it work?
I think it is hashtag home team score first -- away team score.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just submitted my Finalysis prediction. Did I submit it? I think I did. prediction. What have you gone for? Because as you said, there's a few people that you mentioned doing so in the comments. What are you thinking?
I went 3-1, 3-1 West Ham.
I think I meant to go 4-1, but I think I went 3-1. Did I? Let's have a look. What did I go with? Match hub. Yeah, predictions. I predicted 4-1. I did predict 4-1. It's a lot of they got it right. So to go through the predictions, right? So West Ham, the average fan prediction is 3-0. And Fernando, the AI, who got it last week right, I think. Didn't he have a draw or did he have? Yeah, so.
Well, he said 1-1.
Well, once. So it was 2-2. So you got the result right, not the score. He has us winning 2-1. And the Charlton fans have a 1-1 draw coming up. So hopefully it's not a 1-1 draw. I think 2 draws back-to-back would be quite underwhelming. So hopefully we get a 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, anything at all. It'd be nice to keep a clean sheet, though, wouldn't it? 4-0 or 3-0 would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would. It would definitely be nice. We are getting some predictions through. Obviously, we've got Toby 4-0. Aqua has gone for 2-0 West Ham. GP gone for 3-0. Frog has gone for 2-1 West Ham. And Colin's gone for 3-1 win.
Hero 2, nice.
If you put a hashtag and then just 3-1 Colin, it should collate that for us. And I'm not quite sure how it all works, but Russ will be on at some stage and he'll explain it to you all.
He'll get the numbers in, I'm sure. You mentioned Aqua there. Is Aqua giving me any more guff? Is there any more abuse coming my way?
No.
There's
I've missed a lot of this doesn't kind of, I can't really see everything in one go on this one. Not for the GP said, not for the first time Gio and Stell tried to cancel Connor for being as sexy as them. catching some shots from other channels. Absolutely, GP, they can't fucking spell either. Irish Tommy was in Dublin last night.
Well, that's another bit of an abuse of the Dublin Wi-Fi. Listen, I'm not having that. The Dublin Wi-Fi is robust, to say the least. So yeah, I think I'm catching some those strays that be now. In fairness to Irish Tommy, he's in the back end of nowhere, from what I can tell. I think he lives under a mountain, or the side of a mountain. So I think Irish Tommy, in fairness to him, probably does struggle with the internet. We had a gift of the gab night with him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did a gift of the gab with him.
Yeah, I think he might have had some similar technical issues that evening as well.
Magasser and Diouf must be off as not on the bench.
Yeah,
you'd think so. No. You'd think so. Toby, never mind the internet. Did you see Gatesy's shirt? I was talking about that at the beginning of the stream, when I.
Was it a flamingo or what was it? I must get this stream up.
I think what was it? What was black shirt with pink flamingos all over it?
Sounds lovely.
I'm looking at some of the comments from last night's stream. Gatesy been smoking the weed like me, brave wearing that shirt. I wonder if it lets me feature him as well from last night's. God. Stop sniffing glue, Gates. Poor Gatesy, mate.
Gatesy's getting an absolute chewing here.
Gatesy. Look, Gatesy is stoned. Show us your flamingo shorts then, Gatesy.
This is all last night, is it?
Yeah. We got evening all Gatesy burn that shirt for God's sake.
I'm gonna have to get up this stream and just see what we're talking about here, because I want to see what I'm dealing with here now. So
it was just I was sitting here just pissing myself last night watching it. It was.
Here we go. Where is it?
We got more chats in the comments here as well. Gatesy, they're still going today. Hashtag 3-0 from Kieran. Afternoon, Kieran. 3-0. No drama. Pink flamingo with matching shorts.
I'm waiting to get it up here. I'm watching. I'm getting through the ads here.
Tommy on Craggy Island.
That's it. Like it is very Father's head, like, but there's looks and things. I'm still waiting to see this shirt now. It's loading up now here. So yeah, I have another review here, so I can actually see the comments now. Hey Dublin, and you think you get some sick? Gatesy was roasted last night. Oh, that's great to see.
Yeah, he was catching pelters last night.
Oh wow, that shirt is unbelievable.
Do you know what? I might actually try and buy a worse one for our next gift of the gab. I might try and buy a more horrific. Just go for the worst possible Gatesy shirt.
Yeah, because you know the way people do, like, on holidays, they do like a shit shirt night where they all buy each other like the shittest possible shirts to wear. We should do something like that. I'm sure I could find something pretty fucking bleak from my own closet, to be honest. I've definitely got a few questionable numbers that I could sport, but yeah, I don't think I've anything go.
Have you seen the thing that people are doing on stags at the moment, where they buy each other's shirts?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, they buy each other shirts, and they'd be dressed up in women's shirts and all kinds of mad stuff. So, yeah.
But I did have. I was talking to someone I know a while ago about someone on here. I was wearing a West Ham shirt, and someone made a comment about me wearing a West Ham shirt. Because that's a strange thing to do on a West Ham fan channel. And my friend actually suggested that I start wearing different football shirts on stream. Could do like a mystery box thing.
But what's wrong with wearing a West Ham shirt? We're a West Ham channel where it's game day. I don't think it's anything to be sniffed at. I think it's no problem. I wouldn't have an issue.
It's a bit strange. Is it
people is like, oh, you're a grown man, you shouldn't be wearing football kits?
Yeah,
is that the kind of argument?
I've had that before.
No,
I
love football kits.
Names on the back.
No, yeah, like I don't have any player name here, but especially I was thinking, like, if I was to get a player name, like, I'm a 41-year-old man, right? If I was to get like Mukasa on the back of my jersey, feels a bit weird to have a young kid's name on the back of your jersey, as a grown adult. Now, if I was a 12-year-old kid now and I had Mukasa on my back, no worries. But,
I don't mind the legends. I don't mind the the icons. You get Bobby Moore, number 6.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. 10, something like that. Adrian, not Adrian. Who was the other goalkeeper we had? Roberto. Get Roberto on the back. I've got to say, I'm just looking. Russ has just messaged in the group there about Don Ballard has just scored an absolute worldie. We were linked to him. I watched him at Leyton Orient last season. He was absolutely fantastic. I have no idea why we didn't pick him up. He would have definitely moved from Leyton Orient to West Ham. But Bristol City got there before we did, and he scored an absolute belter, apparently. Another thing, Millwall. I mean, they're playing against 10 men, but they're 3-0 up against Norwich City. I'd be worried about playing Millwall this season.
Yeah, I have the scores here. Yeah, like I was looking at them there, and the Millwall looked to be cruising, and then Norwich had 10 men after 64 minutes. So, but they were already 2-0 up at that point. So it's not like the floodgates open after they got a player sent off. Portsmouth are cruising, and it looks like against Lincoln, 3-1 up now. And they got the score against us scores. And then obviously you mentioned the Bristol City score line there. So it's I suppose it's pretty much, well, I wasn't so sure. I wouldn't have predicted Bristol, perhaps. I would have thought a draw there, but I think the other two games are as expected.
Apparently, Don Ballard scored with a right heel flick.
Yes, I saw, yeah. It's 87 minutes. I just see it here that Carrick needs the sack from JP or GP. 87 minutes, 2-0 down. That is a shambles for United. Delighted to see it.
Again, though, I was talking to my mate Grendel about it. His name's not actually Grendel, it's just what we call him. I was talking to him about it, and we were saying that again, Man United have been punished by that try not to lose tactic. Yeah. They've just spent how much money on a midfield, and then they've just sat out like Hull were always going to go for them. Man United were always going to set off. It was only ever going to end this way, really. I should have had a bet on it.
Yeah, I didn't myself. Do you have any? I'm gonna get up the Charlton team, but I must admit, I don't know if I'll even recognize anyone on the team. Do you know anyone? Is there any danger men or that you have highlighted for Charlton today?
Yeah. I mean, I was watching this. The thing is, it's so difficult to tell how good these players are, because last season wasn't a very good season for them, and I was watching the Championship the second half of the season, and it's a long season. It's difficult to judge anyone, but they've got Tyrese Campbell. He's a forward. He's very, very pacey, explosive pace, and he'll kind of be their creative focal point, I think. So we're going to need to keep him quiet. You've got Sonny Carey is an attacking midfielder and midfielder. Again, he consistently leads a team for total goals, goal contributions. So he's another one we need to be kind of keeping an eye on. They got a couple of good strikers there. Connor Coventry, defensive midfield, obviously.
Yeah, I'm the team where they obviously signed a 𝗪𝗪𝗧, the goalkeeper from Wrexham. And Wrexham's new goalkeeper, I know there was a nice free kick and all from the Cardiff player in the last kick of the game. But the first viewing, I was like, that went through the keeper's hands, surely. And it was a great free kick, and it was absolute, to use the overused term, it was limbs after that goal went in. So it was a great finish to the game. But I did think the keeper could have done better, you know.
And the other thing is, as well, actually, speaking about limbs, it's so refreshing to be able to celebrate a goal.
Yeah.
You know, and not worry. Last season, probably one of the worst fucking moments of my life was that goal against Arsenal.
Mine was that was the one for me. And again, I don't want to go over last season because it brings up too many bad memories. Mine was the disallowed Somerville goal against Nottingham Forest. Yeah. That was the goal. That goal to make it 2-0, because it was such a good goal, and it was honestly like lift off, beating a rival, and we would have won that game if we went 2-0 up. I still think that was the one moment for me. But yeah, as you say, it is refreshing. All you need to do is keep an eye out for the offside flag, and that's, you know, it's instant. And as well, you know, so yeah, you can just celebrate properly and not worry about a 6-minute delay for someone to work out was toenail off, or did someone's hand touch it, or did someone have some sort of minor infraction 30 seconds prior to the goal. So yeah, I'm delighted there's no VAR. I hate VAR. VAR didn't exist in any of the leagues that we watch, or if we get promoted. I hope it's one of these things where if you let the genie out of the bottle, it's very hard to get it back in, you know. And I think that there's no chance in hell that we're going to be able to roll it back in the Prem. But I'd love to look at in 5 years' time and go, Jesus, remember we had VAR? How shit was that? I would hope we could do that, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. But it would be nice.
It's worrying the amount of noise around introducing VAR into the Championship as well. And where do you
goal line technology? I'm all for, yeah. But the rest, shy. Go on.
Where do you stand on this lad? I can't remember his name. He's been banned for being dishonest because he didn't tell the ref that he handled the ball into the goal. So he's got 2
Who was this?
Last weekend. This is why the whole VAR thing is happening in the Championship.
I missed this. This went over my head.
Was it a West Brom player? Someone in the chat will go into it. But I think it was West Brom versus Norwich, I think. And a West Brom player equalised, but he passed the ball into his own net with his hand, basically, into the opposition's goal with his hand, basically. Linesman didn't see it. It was very scrappy anyway. The ref didn't see it. It was given as a goal. So now they've banned him for 2 games for something. It was something stupid like manipulating the referee or tricking the referee or something.
So hold the phone. So the referee asked, is this what you're saying now? I will read the story afterwards because I find it very, very interesting. So this West Brom player obviously did a bit of a Maradona on it. He obviously flicked the ball, or Thierry Henry for our Irish fans. Knocked the ball into the net in whatever way it was. I didn't see the goal with his hand. And then the referee asked him, "Did you handle that ball into the net?" And he goes, "No." So the ref's like, "All right, Grant, goal stands, or given." Well, he can't not give it, I suppose. But well, I suppose, but obviously it was done in a quick period of time. And then they're banning him because they obviously see that on the video it was a handball. He said it wasn't a handball. That's crazy.
I don't know if they asked him. It was. I've looked it up now. It was 𝗪𝗪𝗪 for West Brom. They actually beat Norwich 2-1, and he scored the winning goal with his hand. So it's not necessarily that he lied to the referee, but the 2-game match ban has been given for successfully. The FA alleged that 𝗪𝗪𝗪 did successfully deceive a match official by handling the ball in a direct, successful attempt to score a goal, with a regulatory commission upholding the misconduct charge and subsequent 2-game suspension. So yeah, he was given.
What is that? Where is this? I'm going to have to look this up. This is mad.
I'll send you the link. He basically he's been given a 2-game match ban, but that opens a can of worms as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I have it here on the BBC. So yeah, I have to read it up because it's something that I've never come across before. Because the worry, go ahead.
If you watch it, you could quite easily say it doesn't touch his hand. You know, it's one of those. It was so fine cut. Even if I don't know the rules about VAR anymore. They're so fucking confusing. Is only clear and obvious, or is it every goal they check? I don't know, but it would, for me, it wasn't immediately obvious.
You need to get like one of those snickos, the snickometer. They can, tell if it flicks your finger or not. So, but yeah, no, I don't. I'm only joking. I wouldn't want to see that introduced either. But, yeah, very curious. It kind of opens a bit of a can of worms, like you're kind of thinking, because if you do something like a handball or dodgy challenge, whatever like that, like wherever it might be, does that mean you can kind of, after the fact, in the championship now that we have no VAR, like re-officiate the game retrospectively? So it's like, okay, we got that wrong. We need to give him a 2-match ban. Okay. Oh, we got that decision wrong. We gave him a, whatever card, and we need to, I know there is the appeals process where you can get reds reduced and all that kind of stuff. But I'm thinking, are they going to see more of a widespread approach now to just re-officiating the game, which I don't want. So if we're getting rid of, if we don't have VAR, great. But at the same time, I don't want to be able to worry that, during the week between fixtures, the FA are going to look at various different decisions, and before you know it, you're realizing that Tati's got a 2-match ban because he accidentally. Well, there's some deception involved here, so I don't think it was. There's obviously something here more at play, but it's very curious. I must read it again, as I said.
I don't know if it's not popular. It's not popular at all, so I doubt it. But I don't know if you watch NFL or if you've got any interest in American football.
I've been at in the States. I've been at 4 NFL games, but I'm not into NFL. So I've been at the Atlanta Falcons against the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, yeah. And I went to 4 to a game in Atlanta. I went to a game in New Orleans. I went to a game in Boston, and I went to a game in a college game in, what's the name of a Greek city? Athens, Georgia. Yeah, it was some ridiculous, like 150,000 seater stadium for a college game. But the long answer, that's a long answer to a short question. I've been to loads of NFL games, but it wouldn't be my favorite.
See, I really like NFL. I've been to a few games, not in the States, unfortunately. I've seen them mainly at Wembley. But they've got a system in American football where you get to call. You can challenge a decision. And you only get so many challenges in a game. And I think that is the best way going forward for me. What I don't like is that if VAR is checking every goal, like, it's just inconsistency. If VAR, like 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 is said, I think it's the right ban. The sooner they start doing the same for diving, the better. They should be checking every single foul. And if there's simulation there where players are deliberately deceiving the referee, it should be an instant 2 to 1 ban, because that is ridiculous. Diving is ridiculous, and it's one of the things I hate most about football.
100%. So yeah, when it comes to things like they're always talking about we're going to try and get rid of X, Y, and Z problem. Diving being a prime example there. Pulling shirts in the box, things like that. Every year they have a different kind of initiative that they want to delve into. If they have the capacity to, as you say, after the game, we're going to analyze. There was a contentious dive potential, whatever it is, and if we deem that it is a dive, we'll give them it's a 2-match ban. Overnight, you are going to see players not diving. It would remove that scourge from the sport. So I would welcome that wholeheartedly. I obviously don't know the story around this West Brom handball. It could be the complete right decision. So I think that if we can do those, if we can get rid of those elements of the game, great. But at the same time, my concern was, and again, I'm ill-informed here, would be I just don't want to see widespread re-officiating a game from start to finish. But if it is diving, if it is some sort of deceitful handball type things, if it is cheating in any way, really, let's give them the ban, and then we'll know what the story is, and the players know what the story is, and they won't do it anymore. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because clearly the precedent's been set now. So like I was talking about the genie being let out of the bottle when it comes to VAR, the genie's been let out of the bottle now that you can make these kind of calls after the fact. So pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting. It's just one of them things where I don't want VAR. There was a lot of talk about whether the teams in the lower leagues could afford it and whether that was the problem. But I just think it takes so much out of football. If you're on the and I do think this, there'll be times this season for us where we're on the end of a bad decision and we'll think, Jesus, if VAR was in place, we would have got away with that. And I understand it for any teams down further in the league who think, we've been done so many times by a dodgy referee or whatever, but VAR will absolutely ruin the matchday experience. It has ruined the matchday experience in the Premier League. And there was a noticeable slowdown in the Arsenal-Coventry game last night compared to the West Ham-Burnley game, for me anyway.
Yeah. I didn't see the game myself. Now it looked like a bit of a stroll in the park for them, but as I was at the old wedding. But yeah, no, I did think that even though we didn't obviously have the outcome that we wanted, but just having no VAR the game did kind of have the momentum. Wasn't no matter how good and how pulsating a game is, there's one surefire way of extinguishing that immediately, and it's 6-minute VAR decision. That'll kill you. And it'll especially kill you if it ends up in a potential penalty not being given as a penalty. The impact is essentially null. As in, if it is a penalty or the goal is given or whatever it is, that obviously. But if it's one of these big 6-minuters where nothing really changes, it kills the game in a big way. And I just think it's just so crazy when you're talking about fine margins and they can't even decide properly through VAR. And I don't think officiating has improved with VAR. I don't think we've gone from having a 3 or 5 between 1 and 5% error rate in normal officiating. I don't think that's been expunged wholeheartedly by VAR. They've made some huge glaring mistakes with the video assistant. So yeah, I just think sack it off if possible. But I'm glad it's not around today, and hopefully we're not at the end of a few dodgy decisions today, and we can go out and we can score a couple of goals and go into the weekend, because there's nothing better than win any old game. We beat Portsmouth. I was delighted. I had a great it was a bit pep in my step, and if we beat Charlton today, I'll be feeling pretty sweet. So but obviously if we don't, I will be feeling pretty shit, but we'll see how we go.
Well, we got some stats here to make you feel more at ease.
Shoot me with some stats.
West Ham have won 4 of their last 10, drawing 3, losing 3. Obviously, we beat Portsmouth 3-1, as you just spoke about there in the League Cup. In the very start, and obviously that last 2-2 draw with Burnley in the Championship last week. We scored 17 and conceded 13 across those 10 games with 3 clean sheets. We only failed to score in 3 of those matches. We're unbeaten in 3, and we have scored in our last 4 matches.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd like to see a couple of goals go in today. Well, more than a couple. I'd like to see a score like 3 or 4 today. I think we have the firepower to do it. And if we keep a clean sheet, which I'm not confident with a clean sheet. My analysis says so because I went with the 4-1, but I wouldn't. It's not beyond the realms of expectation to get a clean sheet.
No.
But I think we can score a few goals, and if Peru can grab one, if Solomon can keep up, I think because we haven't mentioned it today, but it's obviously been discussed before. We have got half of what Leeds got 100+ points, and they're left that Peru, Solomon, James trio. And every goal I watched the Solomon highlight clips. Every single goal essentially was, or assist was those 3, interchanging, putbacks and Peru scoring. So Dan James, he's got electric pace, but we've got Jarrod Bowen, who you got to feel is a better player. He's lost the yard. We think that's fair to say. You never know. He might just, take a bit of time to get back up running. But he's not quick anymore, but he's got an incredible wand of a left boot. He is, incredibly technically assured. So I think he's a better player. And then we've got Tati as well to add in. And if he can play in the 10, that's goals written all over it. So I don't see why there's any reason why we can't score the number of goals that Leeds scored. And with Engels as well, I'm very excited to see Engels. If he can do a few little cheeky through balls, or what are you saying? You're saying he's more of a cross field man. And what kind of passing can we expect?
He's got a very good range of passing, but particularly for me, what I noticed was his ability diagonally. He looks to me like someone who could land the ball on a 50-pence piece, from the opposite end of the pitch. I'm just putting my bets on for the day. I'm just having a look because I forgot.
Oh yeah, go for it.
30 to. I'm actually going to stick a quid on this. 30-1, 𝗪𝗘𝗧 hat-trick. Scored the fastest hat-trick.
It's not ridiculous. What was it? 30-1, is it?
30-1, yeah. Bowen's 35.
Is that one of those? Is that one of those price like boosted ones? Is it?
No, that's just standard.
No, it's just normal. Okay, I'm gonna have a look. I'll have a look. I have put a few random bets. Or I might score a 6 and get two hat tricks. Put a quid on both. You'll be singing all the way to the bank. Maybe have a look now. I've done a few random ACCAs, but I haven't done a West Ham bet, a specific one. Let's have a look here. We're short enough, aren't we? I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, short enough. And there's a good reason for that as well, because Charlton have won 3 of their last 10, drawing 2, losing 5. They beat Derby 2-1 last week, and they won 3-1 at Cheltenham in the League Cup. Charlton scored 13 and conceded 15 across those 10 games. They kept no clean sheets, and they only failed to score once. So I think both teams to score is a good bet. I think West Ham to win is a good bet. I think I'm happy with that.
Over under goals I'm looking at here. So over, very short to beat, like over 2.5 goals. So they're expecting goals, it would seem, and like over 3.5 is only 7-5. So yeah, they're expecting goals, and it looks like the bookies are expecting goals from a West Ham perspective. So yeah, hopefully they have it right in that respect. But yeah, you have to do a few little combos if you're looking to bet on a West Ham win, because you need something to kind of bulk up the odds there, because we're 2-5 from what I can tell. Yeah, we're 2-5 on the app that I use for my little bit of punting here and there, but it's obviously just for fun.
I love this here from Frog. Oi, Nuno, if you're watching, you dare, mate. You just fucking.
You all know what Frog is talking about,
Yeah.
He's like not to bang on about Nuno, right? But I was fuming last week. I was more sad and upset than fuming. I was annoyed, but I was more just demoralized because you look at we're obviously in a lower league now, and Nuno is not an idiot, right? He knows what people are saying about him. He knows what the story is. He knows, what the criticism of him is. But he can't extract himself from that just that compulsion to get deep. And we've been saying it since we've been banging our head against the wall for a year now, Ben, me and you, in a pre-match, talking about that. How is he going to see the light? Paco managed to do it last year a bit. So, and I remember when Rui Pedro Silva was signed, that we were told by Wolves fans and others, and West Ham the league now. They've got Rui Pedro Silva. So I would really like to see him step up now, and see him and Nuno in a debate at the sideline if we are 2-0 up today. And I want Silva or just Nuno to learn is like, if we're 2-0 up, which wouldn't be beyond the realms of imagination, we go 2-0 up today. If I see our team shape change and sit back, you gotta think it's like terminal. It's a matter of time before he loses his job, and he's under pressure already. So that's all my thing is. Like, I'm just like, he's a smart guy. Everyone rates him. Every non-West Ham fan in the league is like, well, you've got Nuno, fantastic manager. You've got a great team. You kept Bowen. You're going to walk the league. But as I was saying to you last time out, when we win games, it's despite Nuno, not because of him more often than not, because we have to just fluke it to get over the line, or we manage to score 3 goals and we're just unassailable, Anyway, any good comments going on here? Sorry, I'm waffling on here.
We've got a lot of stuff about Nuno's wife is watching because of you.
Oh, well, listen, it's because of both of us, can you blame her? Any other good stuff? I'll pull up my other little feed here. Gaza, morning, Gaza.
Your own team takes the emotion out of it. It's just fun, though, isn't it? Well, not if you're a gambling addict, I guess.
Well, I think that's true. But but I think we're having a new arrival. We're having a mystery guest on.
It'll be a mystery to you and me. Maybe this is Nuno's wife joining live from.
Welcome to the show. But and sometimes as well you can do an emotional hedge. Like I do a few emotional hedges from time to time where I bet against West Ham. Just because I'm like, look, if it goes tits up, at least I have a few quid in my back pocket. I don't do it very often. I more so bet on other teams that might impact me. So I threw a few quid on Spurs last year, and I didn't mind losing a few bob here and there when they lost. But I put a few quid here and there on them to win, because it was like, if they do win, I'll have a few quid. It never really works that well because you're all still gutted. But sometimes. But I just think it's a bit of fun. Like I'm not here. I'm just here throwing a few punts on a bet or two. It's nothing like nothing too crazy. But
adds to the game as well for me.
Far too much optimism here. Remember, this is West Ham, but remember, it's also Charlton. I don't think they're any great shakes. So again, that's from an uninformed fan here.
GP's starting the push for Russ to get you better Wi-Fi.
What's wrong with my Wi-Fi? My Wi-Fi is perfect today.
I've not noticed any dropouts today. Strikers apart, we're still yet to prove we aren't letting goals in 100%. We got Gaza here from Chicago. I'll be doing Gaz. I didn't know Connor Coventry was at Charlton. Oh, I didn't know Connor Coventry was at Charlton. Sorry, it's the way it's written out looks like a separate paragraph. Yeah. He did a thing about it. Actually, he did an interview about how I think he's still a West Ham fan and that. Gaza, far too much. This is what you was reading there. Far too much optimism on here. Remember this. This is West Ham,
and that's what we were talking. That's what we were talking about as well. Is the fact that like it's not only the fact that we were West Ham, but it's obviously the fact that we have a manager who has that compulsion we discussed. So hopefully we are out of sight and we can kind of all chill out.
Yesterday, I told someone to just be optimistic and enjoy the season, and they called me a Labour voter and said that I was a Palestinian or something. I don't know, like, because I said be positive, and somehow that was bad. I got called a snowflake or something. I don't know, because I told them to be positive. Enjoy the season. Just enjoy the season. What do you mean, George, mate? Fucking 4-0 battering, tiki-taka football, 85% possession. Go on, you fucking irons. He loves it. Don't worry, George. Plenty are already complaining. Even with decent strikers, we need 2 goals to ensure a draw with Nuno's second half. That's true as well.
That's
score early on, and that's sometimes it was actually right there. Sometimes that is what's needed, an early goal to kind of jig things up.
What happened against Portsmouth, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just us who can hear that. Yeah, that is what happened against Portsmouth. You're right. Toby's he takes word out of my mouth. I honestly think Engels is going to make such a massive difference for us. I do think
so. Yeah, like I obviously haven't seen a whole pile of Celtic games. It's not something I tune into, but I'm hoping that he's what we need. I think obviously he was Nil's number 1 choice, so his neck is on the line, so to speak. He's hopeful that he gets off the mark in early doors. He's a record signing in the Champo, so with a bit of luck, he will do what we need to do. But yeah, he sounds like he's got the right stuff, the right attributes to improve the team. Excuse me.
I mean,
yeah.
Not even just him as well. I think Perot's going to be a real big thing for us as well, because like I said, I see him a few times when I went to Leeds with Nathan, and I was talking to him about it the other day. Nathan said that he thinks we got one of the better strikers in the league, and then when you pair him with Solomon, the only way you could have improved that front 3 from Leeds is put Bowen on the right.
What height is Peru?
I think he's 6 foot.
He's 6 something, right?
6 something.
But this was I was saying in the group the other day, like he's a strapping lad. Like all I hear is like, oh, he's too lightweight for the Premier League. He's too. But I'm like, this guy he looks very physical. He looks like he's built well. I find that very, very confusing, because he looks like the kind of player who could go up and muscle out for a header, nut it in, So I find that kind of curious. So I'm interested to see how he performs today. I've only seen clips, I've only seen the snippets, and I've seen some really, really tidy finishes. There's one in particular that it was a Solomon assist, but he took it in such a it was an instant finish, but it was an awkward pass almost, came behind him and he still whipped it in. So he's definitely got that kind of one-time finish. He's not going to have the work rate of our Pablo, but he will obviously have much more cutting edge, you'd have to think. Our crucial player, exactly, yeah. Right. So he'll have more cutting edge, that's for sure. And hopefully the rest of the team can maybe, do a bit more of the closing down from the front. And maybe, he'll be keen to impress Nuno as well. So maybe he will, throw a bit more of that, harrying, chasing down, work rate into his game. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see him. Very excited to see Engels. Very excited to see McAllister if he comes on, which I suspect he will at some point. And yeah, I think we've got a decent enough attacking option. Kante as well. Like I know he, his best position isn't playing the 6, but I think Kante has shown some really great flashes. He's got 2 assists now in 2 games, I believe. And I can see him, as in he got that great assist for Patty against Portsmouth. He got the assist. He got an assist, I believe, at the weekend as well, didn't he?
Yep.
So I think we have him who'll be he'll be dangerous, but I think the likes of Solomon I'm excited to see again, because he was a bit of difference, bit of a to him.
Yeah, we got Mandy here asking for predictions again. Remember, guys, if you're making your first prediction, hashtag and then the score, so we can collate the data. So if you're making a prediction, hashtag 3-0 for a West Ham 3-0 win. Just adds a bit more fun to the whole thing. GP here, I don't mind fans being miserable after a match, but people been that way since before the season. It's true, isn't it? It's true.
Yeah. And Hillman, joint top scorer, I see, is also in prediction here. What odds we would get as Kilman as our top scorer? I wonder. He's got 2 and 2 now, hasn't he? Did he get no? He wasn't against Portsmouth. He got a goal against, was it Magdeburg? It was Magdeburg. He got a volley from a corner from Magdeburg, and then he obviously got a header last weekend. So yeah, Kilman could be. He could bang in a few. That might be worth a cheeky 50 pence piece.
Maybe top scoring defender. When I was doing my 15 statistically most likely things to happen at West Ham this season, someone actually asked me about Kilman, and Kilman was statistically likely to score between 5 and 7 goals this season, and that was with 83% confidence. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Indeed, yeah. Like as in, I think Mavropanos, he'll chip in with a good few goals. If we look at the way he finished the season last season, his head was an absolute weapon. A couple were ruled out, obviously, but I think it's something that we can definitely rely on. And if Ingles is delivering from one side and Bowen from the other side, I think we could have some serious options to hit that big nut of his. And also, you got with 3-0, Ben. I thought you were 3-1.
I meant to write 3-1. I just realised I haven't dropped one on there. But actually, I think Russ.
There you go. You're happy enough with it.
I think Russ adds our ones from the chat into it. I think Russ is making a. Yeah.
Because we've what? Yeah, exactly. We throw it into a WhatsApper.
I wish we could re-vote on. Seeing all this Hammer of the Year talk, I wish we could re-vote, because I think that treacherous little fucking toad, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, hope the door slapped him on his way out. I would love to revoke his Hammer of the Year.
Who would you give your vote to for that season?
Mate, I'd give it to the fucking tea lady or something. I'd just take it off that horrible little fucker. Like, I just can't.
It is very frustrating.
There's one thing I can't deal with. It's refusing to wear the shirt. Just look. I've worked in places before where I've not agreed with the way it's run, and I've not always liked my manager. I've never turned around and gone, do you know what, fuck off, mate, I ain't doing it. Do you know, like?
Well, that's the thing. That's why football and sport in general is such a weird working relationship that you have with your employers, because, yeah, as you say, if I was to just say to my boss on Monday, don't fancy it. Actually, I don't fancy it totally. I won't turn up this week because I'm just not ours. You get bulleted. Now, if you're a footballer, you're getting paid 50, 60, 100 grand a week, whatever it might be. I'm guessing Bowen was on the higher scale of our pay grade, or not Bowen, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I don't mean to besmirch Bowen's name, but Wan-Bissaka's name. And you just say, fuck it, I'm not going to play. And you engineer a move to Villa, who you're going to be playing backup to Matty Cash. And I wouldn't be half surprised if Villa, have a look at him, and after a couple of games to go, you know what? We're gonna let you rot. We're not going to pay for your transfer fee, and you're going to go back to West Ham in a year's time. And what I don't want, if that does happen and we're promoted, I do not want to see any kissing and making up. I don't want to see any of this. Oh, look, we buried the hatchet. You can come back and play in the Premier League with West Ham. Get out of here. Like, I just think if you aren't prepared, look at Juff, right? We haven't got a big, long relationship with Juff. He's been here for a year. And he's gone. And I don't know. I doubt he refused to play today. I would suspect he didn't refuse to play today, because I would suspect that the transfer is imminent. Don't want him to get injured. I'd say the club decided that. But if you're a player like that and you want to go off and you get your deal, like Fernandez, Somerville, Juff, if these players do go, I'm like, you gave your best for us. You didn't throw your toys at the pram. You didn't just decide that you weren't playing. That's fine by me. I don't have a problem with that. It's these kind of little cretins that as you say, don't want to put the jersey on. Well, then you don't have any comeback if you do want to come back.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. I suppose there's a part of me where I still wish that football. Maybe it's just disillusion, but I just think like you're paid to do the best job in the world, and you're not just paid. You're paid really, really well, and you're idolised, and you get to run out that stadium week in, week out. People are singing your name. People have got your name on the back of the shirt and everything. Kids like Arthur would have been heartbroken if Bowen had left. It would have absolutely broke his heart. He probably would have supported you.
I'd have been heartbroken. My heart would be broken too.
Yeah, but it's just when I see a kid like that, and I'm like, and I just think you're gonna get a move. Just say to the club, I want to go. Right? You don't have to refuse to wear the shirt. You don't have to down tools. You don't have to be a bellend. You play a power these days. You just have to say, I want to go. Now, if Tatty does leave the way that some people are saying he will, fair play to him for still doing the media work with a young lad the other day.
I love that. That's what I was talking about on Thursday evening. I love seeing that. I love seeing the fact that you go and do the bit of community stuff too. That's great. And seeing that. I know it's only a bit of media work that you have to do or whatever. It's a bit of community stuff. But, that gave me a bit of confidence that, maybe he does see the community that West Ham have. Maybe he does see that he can play a really important role for West Ham getting promoted. He knows he can. We know he can score goals. I'm very confident that he will be a super player in the Championship. And, I hope we can keep him. I think, as you say, Kszyński, I know there's been lots of changes since that statements were made, but the two key players we need to keep now are him and Mavro. They're the two. If we can keep those two and sign a couple, Magassa goes, Juff goes, that's hopefully it. We'll get a bunch of cash in. We've, hopefully balanced the books now, and we can actually, throw a couple of quid at a few players. There's players that we can sign out there. There's people that we're interested in. We've talked about Sheffield United before. There's some players there that might be worth looking at. And we need cover in certain positions. So I'm guessing that Nils Koppen and co have looked at, okay, who's a ready-made left back substitution that we can bring in should Juff go? Who's our option for additional support in the wings? And maybe we'll look at a different profile of midfielder as well. But we'll see. But I just think that the team as it is now, this starting 11, if we can keep that together and supplement with one or two more or three more, maybe I would feel confident. But I just don't want to see this starting 11 being sold for parts.
Yeah. No. You don't want to see a fire sale.
No.
Don't want to see a fire sale, but
unless it's the players that you don't rate. Like if you can fire sale all you like to your Følltrugs and your Tadibos and whatever else, fire sale away. It's the players that I don't want to lose. I don't want to be part of that.
How have we ended up with such a toxic dressing room?
It's just weird, isn't it? Like I think there's a few things at play there because there was a few really bizarre signings. Like Følltrug was never going to work. That was a dead duck. That was a a time bomb. But I think he seems like an all right guy. But Tadibo, I don't know. It's just it's a funny one where we've ended up with so many bad eggs.
Do you think the dressing room would have reached this level of toxicity if David Moyes was in charge?
Oh, that's a good question.
He was always big on characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you might be onto something. Oh, look.
Oi.
Do my eyes playing a trick on me?
No, you're muted still.
No, mate. The audio ain't there.
Am I on now?
Yeah, there we go.
I cannot see anything at all.
Can you see us at least?
I have no idea what's going on. I
Yeah.
have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, well, we can see you anyway. Can you hear us at least?
I'll take that as a no.
I don't think the audio is working. We can hear each other, Ben, right? But I don't believe Mr. Anton can hear us. And there is all four. The gang, the whole gang is here.
Good.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch.
It's
so
the
confused.
I can hear you, Anton. You're all
Anton's
right.
perplexed.
We can hear Anton.
I can hear you now.
There we go.
Can you hear us as well, Anton?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, full house.
On YouTube, Russ, you're just coming up as a black rectangle, mate.
Oh well.
Add them bubbles in the chat. Come on, guys. I'm going.
Oh yeah, Mandy's usually great for
There
doing
he
bubbles.
is. There he is.
Yeah, you are. You are.
We need we were discussing about. I was worried about what kind of shirt you was going to pop in with, Russ, because I don't know if anyone saw Gatesy's shirt last night. Gatesy played an absolute stormer last night of his shirt.
Yeah, it's a blue number. It's a pink number rather with flamingos on it.
Here we go. You turned the washing machine off today, Anton.
Mate, it's all sorted, mate. It's all sorted. It is all sorted. I've had abuse non-stop for Russ. DJ Russie B.
Yeah,
he's abusing.
Yeah,
Shut your mouth.
Anton's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm pressing this button. It's like, I've been telling you for the last week how to do it. And he just forgets.
He's been on holiday and he's not been telling me nothing.
Exactly. He's been on holiday and it's been like, nah.
I've been enjoying the side, to be fair. The poolside pissed Anton rants were brilliant.
That's what it's all about, mate. That is
what
How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. This is going to be a piece of cake, lads.
Confident.
It's going to be a piece of cake if we get
No, I'm only joking.
stream.
No, I'm only joking. I do think we'll win with a couple of goals to spare. That's my prediction.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
I've gone 3-1. I've been telling Russ to put the hashtag with a score.
Yeah, we'll see if that. Yeah, hashtag. Yeah. We've got predictions here. Actually, if I do this, if I do this, can I show them? No, I can't show the predictions here. They're going to come through when the rotation comes through. But we've got. Apparently they're coming up. Yeah, we've got predictions from everyone else. Where is the everyone else stuff? I can show you these. If we bring this in, these are the predictions from like us lot. So we've got I can do. So I've gone 3-0. Alex has gone 3-0. Ben, you went for 3-1 at the time. Sess went for a 2-1. Connor, you went for a 4-1. Dan went for a 2-1 and stuff like that. And you can see the league table is very poor because none of us, because everyone thought we was going to get a win against. So literally the result table is 0. No one's got any points at all. So hopefully today we'll get some points. Hopefully.
Russell, can you add me in as 4-2, please, Russell?
What's that? Well,
add me in as 4-2, please, Russell.
Well, actually, I asked you before then. You never gave it to me when I told you to give them to you. So I'll put you in now. But anyway, that's why when I text you, you do it. So it's all done.
Thank you very much.
Right, I'll put you in the score now. Fucking hell. Jesus.
Okay, now. Science.
Right.
No pink flamingo for Russ there.
Wait, hold on, Russ. Before you go, how do I delay again?
Oh god, fucking hell! It's like teaching your nan how to do FaceTime. At the bottom, screed down to the bottom, straight to the bottom. You've got delay, stream delay at the bottom.
In the control room.
In control room at the bottom. So you should have that.
Time per panel, rotating, frozen. For fuck's sake, is it in home or channel?
Oh my god, fucking hell! It's into the control room. It's under the control room.
I'm in the fucking control room.
So you have to go. Oh god, Jesus Christ! Right, look, I'm just going to send you the one link, and you can do it yourself. Look, if I send you this link, don't worry about Pilot. He's unbelievable. Yes, see, Ben's done it. And look, we've got score. Look, we've got teams up now.
Lovely.
Brilliant. Right. I'm gonna sit in the background. Let Anton do it. I'm gonna sit in the background and work on it.
No, don't let it go yet, because I'm not bloody. I don't know the timer. I can't see the fucking delay. I'm trying to find it. Wait,
Oh my
wait,
God.
wait.
Scroll
Hi,
down.
everyone.
Right hand side. Scroll down
Yeah.
from the control room. You've got
I'm in control room.
you got cards. You got live head to head, and then you've got stream delay.
Found it.
Here, _�'𝗏's showing as Brazilian on there. Tatty's showing as Brazilian. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Argentinian, which is all right. It's all right. We're working the kinks out, Benjamin. Working out the kinks.
Yeah,
That-
Not
that's
letting me change.
that's taking the API feed out. But yeah.
Not letting me change the delay.
Comment here from Mandy. Nan, how do you do FaceTime?
Yeah, exactly. Nan. Anyway,
Oh, hold on a minute.
dear.
put in the time. You put in the time.
I'm trying to find the fucking time.
You see when you've kicked off, and you see what we've got there.
Why is it not letting me do that? All right, okay. So I have to put in the time. I mean, that's
Yeah, you want to sync it too.
Are you watching here? Are you watching, guys?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's
Is
see.
that
Let's-
time come up?
Oh, it says
No,
15. It says 15 minutes. What have you done? You've delayed it by what the fuck?
I've just put the time in, like you said.
No, you put the delay in.
Jared Bowen's already had a shot.
So you put the delay in
Oh,
for.
I'm behind you.
Oh my God! Right, just put in like a minute, or whatever it is. I know what a delay is from your stream, and that's what's done. Then you click to reset and then put it back in. Because at the moment,
What do we do, Russ? We just
you can go. I'll chuck you out. But
no,
Is that it now?
yes,
Sorry, lads.
yes, that's better. That's better. Right, let's see if I go and see if it leaves just Mr. Baker on screen. Wait.
Hello. Can everyone hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can see you, bastard.
Can you hear Russ in the background? He's on the wind up. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your live watch along with Anton. Oh, it's all freaking me out slightly. Anyway, keep your comments coming in. I'm slightly delayed. I'm just trying to see if that timer changes above the top there. Anyway, Charlton do have the ball and drive down the left-hand side as they drive at West Ham. Skips by Walker-Peters, but he does get the ball. Charlton, there's a ball go out. Let's have a look here and see. And it is a corner to Charlton. Keep your comments coming in. Let us know your thoughts. All the scores are running along the bottom of the screen here. What do you think of the starting lineup, everyone? Are you quite happy? Oh, fucking hell, man. Some of the West Ham players are tiny in the box. Comes a big corner coming in from Charlton. Whipped in over the top of everyone. Cleared from West Ham. Shot from distance. Over. And it is a West Ham goal kick. Hermanson takes it short. God, fucking hell, man. He nearly lost that there. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧, he punts the ball over, chips it over left-hand side to 𝗪𝗏, collects the ball, drives forward for West Ham, plays it forward for Solomon, plays the ball into Kante back to 𝗪𝗏 out wide to Solomon, Kante in the middle of the park, he drives back into defence, Hermanson, 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 into Kyle Walker-Peters down the right-hand side in defence, West Ham just holding on to that. Konstantinos 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 plays the ball over to Maximilian 𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗏 into Kante through the middle. West Ham holding on to it, but he just loses that ball there. Wins it back, but he does lose that as the ball does get punted forward from Kyle Walker-Peters into Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen through the middle to Kante. Canty holds on to it, plays a 1-2 with Castellanos to Pirro. Pirro out left. Ball whipped in, Scarls, and the keeper holds on to that for Charlton. Of course, the keeper just signed on the dotted line from, what do you call them? Wrexham. You are well, everyone. Hit the thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button as well. Ball punted forward from Charlton. Scarls is there. Kilman and Scarls, a bit of a mix-up. Kilman does clear, and it's a Charlton throw-in. I'm in the process, just for anyone that wants to know, and changing my whole setup, so it's all a bit messy in the background, but it will all come in due course. If you haven't already, go and check out sponsors of the channel, Oxford Natural, for up to 70% off your first order. The link is in the description. The QR code is at the bottom of the screen. Optimum Day and Optimum Night, fantastic products alongside a very good diet. And then it's not the miracle worker on its own. Oh, it's overhead kick. Fucking hell, it's 1-0 to Charlton. It's an overhead kick, 6 yards out, and they've gone 1-0 up. 1-0 Charlton. 1-0 Charlton. I don't really know what we've been doing there defensively, apart from nothing, you could say. Charlton have gone 1-0 up. What we're doing defensively, it's from a big throw in. Don't clear it, don't deal with it. It's terrible. It's actually really, really bad from Hermansen. It's not even strong. It's fair play to the. Oh my God, Hermansen needs to be saving that. Hermansen needs to be saving that. We lack everything, to be honest with you. Great start from West Ham, innit? Fucking hell. My God, we've just given the ball away. Charlton now come on the attack, but West Ham do recycle that ball. Engels has collected it. Scarls plays the ball into Canty. Canty collects it for West Ham, deep in the Charlton half. Tries to punt that ball over. It takes a deflection off the Charlton players, and it has gone out for a West Ham throw in deep in the Charlton half. But honestly, what a terrible start that is from West Ham. Walker-Peters with the short corner. Perot comes in and collects it, but it goes out again for another West Ham throw-in. Mavropanos with the ball. I just don't understand what we were doing defensively there, like in terms of just terrible defensive ability. No one's there clearing it out. It's just lacking that kind of intensity to clear the ball. Here comes Kilman. Let me see if I can do this. Here comes Engels through the middle for West Ham. He plays the ball over to Walker-Peters. Gilman. He plays the ball over left-hand side. Ante. He's just not really getting a hold of the ball, to be honest with you. Mavropanos over to Bowen down that right-hand side. Bowen back into Mavropanos. Mavropanos punts the ball forward for Solomon. Turns, plays the ball into Scarles. Scarles holds onto it, plays the ball back over to Kanté. What's he going to do? Kanté into Engels. Holds onto it, sprays the ball over right-hand side to Jared Bowen. Kanté's made overlapping run, but Bowen still got it onto his right foot. Cross it in, back post, cleared from Charlton. Scarles collects. Ball into Solomon. He's on the edge of the 18. Scarles overlapping run, crosses it in, back post. Oh, that's a terrible cross from Scarles again. Fuck's sake. Ah! Kanté recycles the ball for West Ham. Solomon on the edge of the 18. Puts onto his right foot. Cuts back. Plays the ball back over to Scarles. Kanté through the middle. Puts it all over to Engels. Holds onto it. Back into Kanté. Back to Engels again. Walker-Peters. Gilman. That's through. Solomon. Pirot tries a back heel. Charlton do well to defend. Play the ball forward. Charlton come on the attack. Charlton have got bodies forward. It's 3-on-3 and there's someone unmarked at the back post. Tries to whip the ball into the back post, but it has been cleared and it is a Charlton corner. Fuck's sake. Cleared from West Ham. Emerson comes out and collects for West Ham. Solomon drives forward. He loses the ball. Rapanos. He clears the ball. So West, this Charlton throw in. Well, what do you think so far? 13 minutes into the game. Mandy Kanté reminds me of Kawati with a banded wrist. Yeah, I know he does. Maybe as West Ham fans are just bipolar. Jesus Christ, man, that's Kanté displaced another pass. Kanté again. Ball forward for sideways for Engels. Engels spaces the ball over to Bowen. He's got a bit of space down that right-hand side. Cuts into the box onto his left foot. Block. Oh, he's hit a shot and it's gone out. No deflection. Ball's gone out and it is a goal kick for Charlton. Oh, West Ham fans, West Ham fans. Much as you know, I have got a little concern because currently he is giving the ball away quite a lot. And we ball forward with Scarles. He holds on to it without whipping the ball in. Ball's back in with Kante. He's got to disperse that, and it's got to meet meet the destination. Walker Peters. Walker Peters holds on to it. He plays the ball through for Pirro, who's dropped in deep. Engels sprays the ball over left-hand side. Solomon onto his right foot. Skips back up with the player. Shot from distance. Tell you what, looked like it might have been going top corner, but it has been cleared from Charlton, and it is a West Ham corner. The corner from West Ham. Jared Bowen sitting on top of that. Takes it short. Solomon. Shot from distance. Oh, penalty! Oh, he's got to give a penalty for that. Fucking hell, man. He looked like he got taken down big style. Why is my time changed to 8 minutes? I never touched that. What is going on here? Good seconds, everyone. Want to dispossess West Ham, deep in the West Ham half. It's kicked by Kilman. Fucking hell, by the way. See, defensively, West Ham are terrible. We are terrible. Right, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with the time. Mine was fine. Something happened and it's gone back. So let me see if I can change this now. Don't know what's going on here. I don't know why that time. I'm just trying to see if it changes in line with this. Anyway, Arnie Engels, he drives forward for West Ham. Bowen down the right-hand side. Engels with the overlapping run. Oh. See if I can get this exactly where I need it to be. I must admit, I think Engels has got to do better in that position there. Okay, it's landed back with West Ham again. Cowan on the attack down the right hand side. Right now, again, I'm a bit frustrated at West Ham's style of play. We're second to the ball on their attack. Oh, shot from distance, and it's held from Hermanson. Gilman plays the ball over to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧. 21 minutes gone. West Ham 0, Charlton 1. Kyle Walker-Peters. I've not seen anything from West Ham yet that's excited me, to be honest with you. And I need that to change sooner rather than later. Ante. It's the ball forward into Bowen. He's fouled. Charlton won. Lloyd Jones over a kick after 6 minutes. The difference between the two sides, one of the difference between Ross Lever and Sonny Carey close. He holds on to it. Skips by one of their players. Got to dispossess it. He loses it. He's done so much work and then he fucking loses it again. Alton in defence. Comes Charlton on the attack down the left-hand side, tracked by Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen does get goal side, but the ball has gone out and it is a West Ham throw. Of Scarles, Solomon, fouled on Solomon, free kick West Ham. He's been dispossessed so much in this game, Mandy. So much. Here comes Scarles down the left-hand side. Solomon just inside. Plays it back into Kante. I want him to make a pass. Engels. Engels over to Bowen. Bowen onto his left foot. Crosses it in. Cleared from Charlton. Shot from Kante from distance. Goes wide. You know what it is with West Ham? Just fucking bored, man. Again, I'm bored. It's why we don't play some free-flowing football. I don't know. Oh, man. Be a long old season, isn't it? Plays the ball out right hand side. Ball lips over the top of 𝗪𝗪𝗧. I thought the foul, to be honest with you, but he didn't. Engels over to Walker-Peters. Ante in the middle. Plays the ball over right hand side to Walker-Peters. Bowen. 2 seconds let him in. Ball speed over from Engels into 𝗪𝗪𝗧. 1 second. Here comes Solomon onto his right foot. Cross the ball in, back post. Nobody there. Joey, yes, it has. It needs to be charged. I can't. I need to charge it, little man. I'll charge it for you. Yeah, but it'll take maybe an hour.
So he'll charge it straight away.
If you put it in the playroom, I'll bring it out and charge it, okay?
Okay.
Calling to come on the attack again inside the West Ham box. Been flagged off, fouled. It's a West Ham free kick. It's pretty dire. I'm not going to lie to you. This is dire. Crap. With a single amount of enjoyment. Mavropanos punts the ball over. It's a great pass over the left-hand side. Well kept in from West Ham. Scarles. Oh, yeah.
Just fill in the monster truck.
Ball forwards. Tati. Goes wide.
I'm just filling the monster truck with water.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, there's a gap. With
Show me it.
water on it. Oh, I'll show you that. You see a tiny hole?
Yeah, I'll do that later. Give me when mummy's coming back just now. Okay. West Ham do recycle the ball with Kante. He holds on to the ball, puts the ball into Bowen through the middle, plays it early to Mavropanos, sprays the ball over right hand side to Walker-Peters. Heavy touch, but he does collect it again. Ball back in with Konstantinos Mavropanos. He holds on to it, ball sprayed over right hand side. Walker-Peters, Bowen, back into Walker-Peters. Bowen gives it away. Sorry, Walker-Peters gives it away and Charlton come on the counter. Oh, God. Here comes Charlton again. Down the right-hand side. Sees overlap and run. He's on the edge of the 18. Space the ball over on the right-hand side. Charlton still got it. Ball through the middle. Good God, Charlton in space again. So much space everywhere. They've got the ball. They've got space. Having a bloody corner. Oh. Oh, no, Pete. Oh. So many people. They all go hand in hand to their part life. Comfortable head keeper from him. Comfortable touch. Oh my God. Comfortable catch from Mads Hermansen. Ball rolled out early doors. Mavropanos. What's the ref blowing the whistle for? That's my biggest concern here, Mandy. There is no passion, no energy, no urgency at all. I don't see it. We don't look menacing. I give you. No, absolutely right. We need Pablo. Honestly, Kante's been pretty shit, to be honest with you. Call it as it is. He's been shite. Cleared from angles. Foul, West Ham free kick. Kante. Piro. Mavropanos. Plays the ball over to Piro. He's dropped in deep. Terrible ball from him. Honestly, it's genuinely terrible. 2 games we've watched the West Ham have been so terrible. In actual fact, the 3 games I've watched. Solomon plays the ball over to Engels. Engels, wide right. Bowen. Ball back into Walker Peters. Walker Peters. Kante. Over to Kilman. Drives. Ball over Scarles. Kilman. Engels. Mavropanos. Engels. Solomon drops in, collects it. Kilman. Scarles. Kante. Back to Scarles. Engels. Kante. Scarles. Engels. Engels chips the ball into the box. Neat touch there from Bowen. Bowen still got it. Kante skips left foot, plays it over. Solomon onside the 18-yard box. I don't know what we're trying to do. It's like we're trying to fucking walk the ball into the back of the net. But bang, guess what happens? Charlton have dispossessed us and got the ball. Now they're defending. Now they clear. Albeit, yeah, West Ham are going to get the ball back, but we held the ball in their half for about a solid minute there in their box area. And what did we do with it? Nothing. Ante, Piro, Kilman. Kilman drives, sprays it over left hand side. Scarles forward for Solomon. Solomon has it. He drives, puts it onto his right foot. What's he going to do? Still got it on the edge 18. Dispossessed. Oh my God, here comes Charlton. It's 2-on-1. It's 2-on-1 for Charlton. It's nearly 3-on-1. I don't know why he's not played that out to the right, to be honest. If I was a Charlton player, I'd be going fucking mental. Do not know how he's not played that ball. The Charlton player should have played that ball out to the right-hand side. Tell you who's playing quite well for Charlton? Connor Coventry. Throw in from Charlton. Holy shit, it's a big throw in. They've won the first header in the box, cleared from Qiumin on the edge to the Charlton players. Oh my God, we cannot hold this. Big clearance from West Ham, but guess what? Nobody forward. Nobody forward, and Charlton dispossesses again as they drive forward from the back. Ball sprayed over the left-hand side. Ball whipped in. Charlton, he's got in front of our defender. Ball has gone out, to be fair, but... Oh, guys, struggling with this. Owen, deep in our own half. Say Engels. He's playing so deep. He's fucking lost it. Went back. Ball whipped in. Do you know what? The ball's whipped in, but guess what? To nobody. Do you know why? Because Piro's playing like fucking, I don't know. He's playing so deep, but here comes Charlton just on the break. Skips by two of our players. It's fouled. Oh, West Ham get the free kick. I do not know if fucking West Ham got that free kick, but we did. Got from distance from Piro. Saved. That's our first shot on target. We do look like we're afraid of them. I think Kante is also having a bit of a mare of a game, to be honest with you. He definitely looks inexperienced. I hate saying that because I thought, do you know what? There's a player there, but he looks heavily inexperienced. Free kick. Charlton. He wins the ball back, but loses it straight away. Engels wins it, and then he's fouled, and it's I don't know what you call it, free kick. West Ham. Kante in the middle of the park plays the ball into Engels. Engels back to Qiumin. Qiumin over to Mavropanos. Panos to Kyle Walker-Peters. Bowen. Mavropanos. Bowen. Goals. Hillman. Ball over left-hand side to Scarls. Ball whipped in. Far post. Walker-Peters. Hey, guess what? Heads into the hands of the keeper. Flips the ball over to nobody. Hero's the way he runs, the way he acts, in terms of like his physicality, his hair coloring, it's genuinely like I'm looking at Dean Ashton. Now I'm not saying he's got the same ability as Dean Ashton, but it's quite scary. It's a bit like you're looking at Dean Ashton on the park. You know, wears his socks up over his knees, which is the way Ashton used to do as well. He is playing in behind Castellanos. Mavropanos. Fucking hell, man. Bro. Bowen down the right hand side. Bowen. Still got it. Back into Kante. Piro. All the way back to Mavropanos. Sprays over to Kilman. Kilman over to Scarls. Back into Kante. Forward to Solomon. Solomon skips by one of their players. It's dispossessed immediately. But the Charlton player has cleared the ball out, and it's a West Ham throw in deep in the Charlton half. 41.5 minutes gone. West Ham 0, Charlton 1. Keep your comments coming in. Hit the thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Gilman, Scarls, Kante for Engels. Back over to Kilman. Forward to Solomon down that left-hand side. What's he going to do? Onto his right foot again. Ball back into Engels. Mavropanos chips the ball straight into the path of the Charlton players, but it has been won back by Mavropanos. Engels again. Kante. Back to Mavropanos. I don't know why we're giving that ball to Mavropanos. Just give it fucking back to Engels. Give it back. Solomon. Scarls just gives the ball straight to Charlton. Corner Coventry. It's well one back there from Mavropanos. Kilman. Come on, West Ham. Go in the front foot. Solomon. Over to Engels on the right-hand side. Engels back into Walker-Peters. Forward for Solomon. Down the right-hand side. Chips the ball in. Back post. Castellanos can't win it. Header cleared from Charlton. Charlton first to the ball. Mavropanos tries to win it back. The ball has gone out for a West Ham throw-in deep in the Charlton half. Oh. Mavropanos. He goes over to Kilman. Kilman back into Kante. Kante forward for Engels. Engels over to Kilman. Kilman to Scarls. Back to Kilman. Just deep in the Charlton half here. Mavropanos just holding on to it. Chips the ball forwards. Walker-Peters over on the right-hand side. KWP. Back all the way to Mavropanos. Charlton just starting to try and pen us in if they can. Kilman over to Ollie Scarls. Mavropanos. Back to Kilman. Deep in our own half. Engels. Hands the ball straight to Charlton. There you go. Oh, man. Honestly, crap. I'm gonna lie to you. It's crap. He's just throwing the ball straight into the path of Charlton and no one's marking him. Ball has gone out. Hermanson's collected it. I don't know how much injury time, added time we're going to get. Sorry. Let's see. One minute. One added minute. Goes to Qiuman. Solomon back to Kante on the edge. If he touched, man, he's lost it. And then Engels does win it back for West Ham. Pirlo. Scarles. Solomon. Holds on to it. Back to Scarles. Crosses it in. Oh! Oh, Tati! Tati needed to put that away. I do not know how Tati's not put that away. Unmarked. Header on his own. Headed it straight to the keeper. We're on half time, man. Half bloody time. Half bloody time. Go on, bring yourself on. We'll have a little chin wag before I go.
Half bloody time. What a shit half that was.
It's really boring. It's really fucking boring.
So boring. And that's the problem we're going to be faced. And I'm not being funny. It's like when we had the Charlton fan on, this is exactly what he said was going to happen. He said Nathan Jones is really good at getting like a 1-0, getting a 1-0 and holding it. So that's what we'll do. We'll come out the traps and we'll try and grab a quick goal. That's exactly what they've done. We've had nothing.
But there's so many gaps. See, when they come forward, right? Listen, they've not been great when they've came forward. But we're going to come up against teams that are good at coming forward in the Championship. And they're first to the ball. They look like they're ignited by playing West Ham at the London Stadium. And we look like we are fucking rabbits stuck in headlights. Yeah. Like, it's really boring. Like, Kante's having a fucking nightmare of a game, mate. He keeps giving the ball away.
It was discussion I sort of said in the Start 11 show whether you start Orford with Engels or Kante with Engels, and I thought he'd start with Kante, and I think that's the wrong. I think that's the wrong deal. I think you start with Orford because I think Orford has got it all, and I think Engels is looking tidy, but again, it's almost like he's trying to.
We just don't have. Again, and we're like, where the fuck's our creativity? Where is our creativity? Like. We can't. I don't know, Russ. It's funny. Another interesting thing is I think Pirlo is literally not in terms of his ability, but he's a carbon copy. He's like a fucking duplicate out of a machine of Dean Ashton. He looks like Dean Ashton.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I just wish he was fucking Dean Ashton, and maybe that will come through time. But it's funny. But we just look at a team that are lost defensively, pretty shit. Hermansen needed to save that goal. It was weak. Fair play to the guy, hit it into the corner, but Hermansen's dive was pathetic. Defensively, there's no intensity to clear that ball at all. It's just like, we'll just move our head a little bit. It's like half-arsed. It just looks like a half-arsed West Ham. And that's the part I can't be arsed about.
Yeah. And it's...
Russ, I need to go for a pee.
Go on, you go for a wee. Go on.
You take me out. How do I take me out?
Yeah, no problem. I'll take you out. No probs. There we go. Go for a wee. Off you go. See you later, alligator. Right, here we go. That's it. Someone who knows what he's doing. Shocking, isn't it? Shocking first half. I'm just trying to. I want some stats. How can I get the stats? Right. Let me just. Let me try and say. Only stats aren't coming through. On rotation. Yeah, it's absolutely shocking first half. And I don't really understand. Yeah, just don't get it. Let's go through some of your comments. Right, let's go through some of your comments. What we got here? What we got here? Same as last year, says Mandy. Very true. Very, very true on that, to be honest. Sully may have something right for once. Should have got rid of Nuno at the end of the season. You'll get relegated with a manager. You are not doing something right. There's no system or idea. What a waste of an afternoon, Anthony. You better be off to take over the kids. What the F is this? Aimless. I think that's a really good way of describing it. We just seem to be like, just like 11 players, just like who've just turned up. I understand we signed Peru for a Peru recently, but still, it's just don't get it. Just don't get it. It just seems really poor, really, really poor, and I can't fathom why. I just can't fathom anything about it. I really can't. Really, 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 really can't. It's just rubbish. Absolute rubbish, to be honest. Yeah. Not good at all. Not good in the slightest. And we need some major at halftime, some major things to come on. You know, I mean, you've got Divine Mikasa. He's just signed, isn't he? But he can come off the bench. Just don't think. Just don't know. Just don't know. Wolves. Let's have a look. We've got the scores down there. Wolves are 1-up. Southampton versus Stoke. My phone's doing something really weird. I'm going to reset it. Let me reset it. Yeah, Wolves. We've got QPR, Bolton 0-0, Blackburn, Middlesbrough 1-up, Swansea 0-0, Wrexham 1-1. With Watford at the moment. Tomorrow we've got West Bromwich Albion versus Burnley. And obviously result today was Bristol City 2, a late equaliser. Penalty. Damari Gray scored. And honestly, you need to check out Ballard's first goal. You know, the former Orient guy who I really wanted. He scored an absolute peach of a goal. Little back heel. Really cool it was. Really, really cool. Yeah, QPR 0-0 as well. Yeah, it's just not good, is it? It's just not good at all. Just not good. I'm really, really disappointed. Particularly when you see that you've got so many, there's so many fans there today and stuff, and it's just awful. Just absolutely awful. I mean, you can look at the goal. Maybe Hermanson should have done a bit better. Maybe. But it was just so poor. It's just been so poor. And finally, West Ham updated and say it's with the halftime and my analysis. Yeah, I'm not enjoying it. Not enjoying it at all. And I don't think you are as well. And you shouldn't have to. To be honest, this is appalling. This is absolutely appalling. I'm watching the thing. Got Nigel Reo-Coker, and is the commentator for Paramount Plus. But there we go. I mean, what does he do? He could take off Orford. Yeah, he could take off Orford, I suppose. But Orford for Kante. I don't really know what else to do. Just going through some of the comments because they're not refreshing on the screen, unfortunately. Nothing's refreshing on my screen today, unfortunately. What we got? We've got Zombieland. What's the game plan, says Mandy. Already questioning why I renewed my season tickets. I believe I couldn't go today. We don't need players on, Russ. We need a manager that can create a system. We were slowing the build-up, give the opposition plenty of time. We need a bastard leader in the middle of the park. Totally agree. Arietta would have got that. Mads has T-Rex arms, says Michael. Don't worry, get promotion, or at this rate, we're fighting relegation. That defence is wretched. Smokey says, what have we got on the bench, or have we sold that as well? Just sell the bench as well. Might as well, innit? Might as well just sell the bench. Frog in the Well says, game plan. Oh, well, there's always next week. Michael says, championship, you don't need to play ball on to play ball at the back of the... Yeah, you're right. It's very poor. I just don't understand it. Do not get it at all. So apparently I've got it pinned, unless has Anton got it pinned on his? Okay. If two people are running the show, can it override other decisions? I'm just trying to, we should be getting some stats, but there we go. You can click, sorry, we're trying to work this out at the same time. You can click resume. I might, do I refresh my screen? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether to do it or not. Anyway, let's go for a few more comments. What else we got here? Championship, Marcus Championship, you need to know to play the ball at the back. Froggen versus God knows what the Nuno bingo ball selector will deliver this. English Yardie, I'm so done with Hermanson. Nuno needs to change the system. Iron Fruit says if we lose this, Nuno has to go tonight. It's obviously not working. Statman Ben, a lot of fans have underestimated this league and overestimated Nuno. Michael Bree says Norris has got pole with Russell front row. Aim 3 minutes left in com. Very good. Very good. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Let me just do this one to him. PPV. Right, let's have a look at our WhatsApp group. That's always good. Let's just see what we've got coming. Right, we've got Ollie is shit. He's a defender. Can't be a man. Can't be a man. Isn't quick enough and can't cross. Connor says I felt pretty disheartened after that first half. Seth just says horrid. How many leagues do we need to drop down to look good? Says Mandy. Rich is on our quick watch chat. Nuno lost me after the Burnley game. Showed he ain't capable of changing his ways. Imagine being a manager and being such a pussy. Oh, I love it. All good. Yeah, playing daggers soon, says Michael. AFC Hornchurch, by the looks of it, to be honest. They seem to be doing a good job at the moment, old AFC. They've come through again. Now, here we go. If we lose this, Nuno has to go tonight, says the Irons Fruits. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know, to be honest. I don't know any of it now. I don't get any of it now. So it's just, I just really disheartened by it all. And I think a lot of people are. Hang on, Anton's bloody. I can hear Anton. Let me turn Anton off. Anton's got to mute him. How do I mute Anton? Oh, he's left his bloody thing in. Actually, I can mute him here. Sorry, I've just realised I've got Anton's kids in the background. I can hear them. So sorry about that. What we got here? Yeah, nice to see Norris Pole. Good on him. Good on Norris. Excellent work from Norris. Very happy with that. And George Russell. Big fan of George Russell. What we got here? Let's see. He has to go. Just don't see it, says Agwal. I can't see him going, to be honest. I honestly can't believe none if... I honestly believe none if someone with half a clue controlled team training and selection. Gary's just said dog shit. Nuno is tactically crap. Michael's gone, Russ, DK needs to attend the matches to see what's happening. Statman Band, don't worry about that. I can mute on the desk here. So that's all good. GP says he probably won't say post-match we had more possession bullshit. Shah Long 66. WTF is going on here. He's saying we're a sleeping giant. It's time to wake up, West Ham. It is like that, unfortunately. It does seem that at the moment that we are sleepwalking at the moment. Absolutely sleepwalking, which is not what we want at all. Not what we want at all. Very poor. Very poor half. And there's not really much to talk about. You look at us, I feel sorry for Peru. He's almost like playing like Pablo. You almost putting Peru in there and he's doing the same job as Pablo would do. And actually, Peru's more of a striker. I know he can play as a 10, but that's not, I want him as a striker. You know, he's a proven championship striker, and we're not doing nothing with him. We've got Michael says, oh yeah, GP, the new DJ is terrible. He played Cliff Richard, all of them. There we go. Michael says Tatty stands no chance against 2 6'5" centre halves. And again, people need to watch. You need to watch the bloody what's name, the show we do, because actually, it was pretty much exactly how the guy said it. How much as Brad said it in terms of what was happening. Pretty much par for the course what was happening. Yeah, very poor. Very poor. Teams coming out. Doesn't look like any changes as such for West Ham. Yeah, no changes for West Ham, looks like at the moment. Very poor. Let's see what happens second half. John Cook. There Orford. Tell I so Orford's coming on. Orford's coming on. Looks like Orford for... Come on. Orford for who? Orford for Kante. Good. Good. Yes, please. Big fan of that. Orford for Kante. It's what we said. Orford and Engels in the middle. I like this. This is better. This is what we need. Kante's had a mare of a game, and the ability to be able to bring someone on like Orford is great. And, you know, Orford, a bit more control. Yeah, I like that. That will change the thingamajig as well eventually. Be it Orford for Kante. I like that a lot. That's very good. Peru's still there. It looks like the side's pretty much the same. That will change, I think, in a minute with Orford for Kante. And looks like we're going to be kicking off. So Mr. Baker will be in very shortly, but I will start until he turns up, and then I'll crack on. And West Ham have kicked off, obviously playing from right to left. 𝗪𝗓𝗓 back to Һερмансон back to 𝗪𝗓𝗓. 𝗪𝗓𝗓 looks back up and just inside of the West Ham box, and goes to 𝗪𝗓𝗓 to Kyle Walker-Peters, midway through the West Ham half, just holding the ball. I think Charlton did a really good job first half, to be honest. I think Charlton did a really good job of bringing it back and just containing West Ham. Ball over the top. Ollie could have chased it better then. Should have chased more onto that, to be fair. Akunda picks up the ball and then throws it out to their centre half. Centre half tries. Yep, let me sort out this for Mr. Baker. He doesn't. Oh, okay. Ball in the middle and cross headed out by Maximilian Kilman, out for a Charlton throw-on. That's for a Charlton throw-on. Ball forward. It was Grant. Kilman did well to get his head in the way. Get this new Tage sick of the man already, says relax and chill. I'll take that. So Anton's having a bit of a problem at the moment with his stream, so I'm here for the time being. Time for an effing beer. Corners Charlton. Looks like Leeburn's injured. That's a shame. Grant's taking the corner. And he got a big thigh. Grant's got a big thigh. Anyway, corner. Corner to Charlton. Obviously, they scored pretty sharp. He's taking a short one and taking it back. They've gone to the back post. It's chopped in. Bowen's managed to pick the ball up and running out. He's going to get knocked over. A foul. Yeah, simples. Out for West Ham goal. West Ham thingamajig. West Ham free kick midway for the half. Orford takes it back to Kilman, back to Orford. Goes out wide. Goes to Scarles. Scarles the thing. Yeah, he's sorting it. Goes back to Hermansson. Goes to Bowen. Midway in the half. Little ball back to Kyle Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters looks up, goes and turns it back. There we go. Back to Orford. Oh, Kilman. I'll see you, you plonk. And it goes to Solomon. Solomon to Scarles. Kilman was too busy telling Solomon where to go. He didn't see the ball. There we go. I'm just waiting for Mr. Baker to get his to put his 50p in his meter to get his stream. Orford goes out wide to Bowen. Bowen looks back up, trying to take on the man. Takes the man. Oh, out for a West Ham throw on, which will be taken by Mr. Kyle Walker-Peters. Mavropanos. Yeah, right. Okay, so Anton has put the 50p back in the meter, and we'll be getting him back. Oh, fuck's sake. Solomon crosses to the back post. Bowen hits it down. Tatty. Oh, Bowen takes a shot. Oh. Is the ref? Oh, what's he playing? What's he doing? What's he doing? That's really weird. The rest stopped play, and he's given a yellow card. He didn't play on. I don't get that. What's happened there at all? Oh, I don't understand that. Don't understand what's happened there. Very weird. Very strange indeed. Now it's a West Ham free kick. West Ham free kick about 10 yards in, like from the byline. So pretty much just in line with the 5-yard box, but obviously just outside the 6-yard box, which Engels is going to take. Let's see what happens. Engels, little chip shots. Headed straight back out. Grant clears it, goes to Solomon. Solomon back to Engels. Engels looks up. Goes out wide. Oh, Scarles again. He's having an absolute mare. An absolute mare, bless him. Absolute mare. So apparently what's happening now is Anton's trying to find 50p to put in the meter at the moment, just for anyone who's concerned about his whereabouts. Not a lot of happy West Ham fans there, obviously. Very poor at the moment. Very, very poor. Now Kyle Walker-Peters is down. Ollie's having a poor game again. Not great. Not great at all. Kilman to Ollie Scarles to Lewis Orford back to Mads Hermansson. Mads Hermansson goes out wide. Looking into the control room live tab, manual overrides, turn off auto drive. Kilman to Scarles. Scarles to Solomon. Solomon checks back inside. Oh, God. Kerry Peter went to the middle. Gone to Mavropanos. Mavropanos looks up, goes to Bowen. Bowen to Mavropanos. Gets the ball taken off his feet. Fucking hell. This is shocking.com. Engels did well to recover that. Did really well. Okie dokie. Anton apparently has put 50p back in the meter so we can get him back on. Let me bring him back on and see if it all works. Come in, Mr. Baker. Come in, Scotland.
Hello, hello.
Shocking.com at the moment.
Guys, I've seen it.
Right. I'm going to drop you out so it's just you.
Because I can't see the game. So
Well, that's because you know, you just, have you done that link? Although my 4G's gone down. Oh, this is a great day today, isn't it? Fucking hell. We are shit at the moment. Absolutely shit. Come on. Come on. Oops, having trouble. Oh, come on. Come on. What about this one? What about that one? Click. We got plenty of
might have it. I think I might have it.
Oh, okay. Let's just see if this will work.
I've got the corner coming from Engels. Mavropanos having a bit of a Barney with the ref. Sorry, everyone. Comes a corner from West Ham. Connor Coventry going in about it, man, with the ref. Not happy at all. Still 1-0 to Charlton. This is becoming a nightmare, if I'm being honest with you guys. We're going to get this corner now. We're on 54.5 minutes. Oh my God. Sorry, people. I'm becoming a nightmare. I don't have a stream. I can't watch it. So no idea what's going on. So frustrated. See anything, so I have no idea what's going on. I think apparently we're getting beat 2-0. Apparently we're getting beat 2-0. Apparently we're getting beat 2-0. Ross, if you're there, mate, you may as well come on because I cannot see the game. It's 2-0, by the way. For your reference, West Ham are getting beat 2-0 at home from Charlton. Oh, I need to. Freddie, can you do me a favor? Actually, are you on the Xbox? Can you turn it off, please?
What?
I need to turn it off just now. Thank you.
Oh. Sorry, what's wrong?
Sorry, everyone, but I can't. I'm currently not able to see the game at all.
Run.
Let me, everyone. I'm trying to get this game on.
What do you know? No, you're going to get into trouble. No.
Sorry, everyone. I have no idea what's going on. Don't know if I've got the time right or not, but okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done, everyone. I think I am done. Let's say one more thing. Sorry, everyone. I don't have a stream. I just don't know what I'm going to sit and talk about. So I don't really feel like I want to waste your time. To be honest with you. Everyone, I'm sorry, but I am going to have to love yous and leave yous.